very good evening to all. Welcome. So hope all of you are able to hear me and see the slides. Can someone give confirmation in the chat regarding that? I hope you're able to hear me and see the slides. I'm still waiting for that confirmation. Okay. All right. Thank you, Pritam. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, CEO. All right. So welcome to a session on puzzles for IBPS RRB PO and Clerk prelims exam conducted by Time. Okay. So we will be looking into many questions with regards to what are all the different models that are given and how best we can answer those questions. Okay. Right. So let's begin with it. So now here we are looking into the first set. Says certain number of persons are sitting in a row facing north. The following information is known. So when he says certain number of persons, we need to be understanding that we do not know the number of people, and based on the given conditions, you may not get every person in every position. There will be some positions that can be empty according to the given information. So you may not get all the information on all the positions. So that is one we have to keep in mind when we are looking into that. Okay, so now let's begin with the first condition that says, now we know all are facing north. Okay, so north facing, our left is the left of a person, our right is the right of a person. Okay, so we have 4 persons are sitting between B and E. So now when he says 4 persons are sitting between B and E, we know they are north facing. So 4 persons are sitting between B and E. So I can have B, leave a gap of 4 and then E, or I can have E, then leave a gap of 4 and B, because he never mentions that B is sitting to the left of E or B is sitting to the right of E. He simply mentions 4 persons are there between B and E. So we need to be very thorough in understanding which is the condition that is giving me a possibility, and subsequently, which is the condition that is allowing me to eliminate one of the possibilities. These are the things you'll have to learn to recognize. Okay. Then next condition, C is sitting third to the left of E. So left of E is our left side. So this is the left side for E. Third position is C. Now here also, this is the left side. Third position. First, second, third position, you can put C. Then the number of persons sitting between B and F is equal to number of persons sitting between B and C. Okay. So between B and C is same as between B and F. So it has to be definitely on the other side of B. C will be on one side, F will be on the other side of B. Now in the first case, there is only one person. Now in the second case, between C and B, you have 7 people. So I will have to keep 7 people. And then I can put F here. Number of persons between B and F is same as number of persons between B and C. That is the condition. Then D is sitting fourth to the right of E. So on the right side of E, we need D in the 4th position. Yeah, Lavanya, this is the question, ma, that you have. Yeah. Okay. Right. So coming back to the condition, D is sitting fourth to the right of E. Okay. So On the right side of E, fourth position, I need D. So here on the right side of E, fourth position, I need D. So in both cases, it is available. Then next, the A is sitting exactly between B and F. See, always you have to understand what is meant by exactly between. How do I remember it? Based on the positions, because any condition, you have to always analyze them using positions. If you analyze them using positions, then it becomes easier to work it out. Now, what is meant by exactly between? How do you remember it? Whenever you get this word exactly between, we need odd number of persons between whoever is given in the condition, that is B and F in this case. So when he says exactly between B and F, we have to have odd number of persons between them. Why? Because see, if I have 4 people between B and F, then choosing exactly between is not possible. If I have 3 people between B and F, then yes, I can definitely choose exactly between. That is what you need to understand. Okay, so this is something we need to be very, very clear about it. How do we remember any of the given conditions like this? Odd number of persons between B and F. So in both the cases, yeah, in the first case, there is only 1 position. So you put A there. In the second case, there are 7 positions. So then I can definitely pick the exact between position of B and F. So in both cases, it is possible. Okay. Then the number of persons sitting between C and E is equal to number of persons sitting to the left of C. So the number between C and E should be same as the number sitting to the left of C. Now here between C and E, as you can see, there are 2 persons. But then to the left of C here, you have 4 persons. But the condition is not satisfied. The number of persons sitting between C and E should be same as to the left of C. However, in the below case, I can now add 2 more positions to the left of C. That way, my condition is now still available in the second case. Then G is sitting to the immediate right of H, who. So normally when you have who, it is the person just before. That is H is sitting to the left of C. So we need G to the immediate right of H like this, and H should be to the left of C. So this is how you have to understand. Always learn to recognize the conditions using positions. Then going through the paragraph becomes easier and you can do it only once. Means as and when you read it, you can finish it off. And by the time you come to the last condition, your arrangement will be ready. Now, where do I place this H and G? In the first 2 positions, you place H and G. Okay. And then we have number of persons sitting to the left of H is same as number of persons sitting to the right of F. So left of H right now is 0. Right of F right now is 0. So I don't need to add any more positions. So these are going to be my available positions in the arrangement with some empty. Now, if I try and count the number, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So there are 19 positions in the arrangement. So by the time you come to the last line, your arrangement is ready. Okay, so that is how we work this out. Thank you, Bharadwaj. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yes. Yes. Lavanya, yes, you will be, given similar kind of questions in SSCCGL as well. Okay, yes. Here he says G is sitting to the immediate right of H. So wherever you have H, immediate right side, you need G. And then after H, he is giving you the word who. Now, when you have the word who, you must always refer to the person just before. That is H. H should be on the left side of C. We know in a linear arrangement, left does not mean immediate left, right does not mean immediate right. So it could be some positions, it could be immediate position also. But according to the given information, we know it cannot be immediate position. So that is how this has to be understood. H, G, and C. And that is how we fix this. H, G, and C. Okay, I hope it is understood. Okay. Yes, Bharadwaj, is it clear? What I just explained to you? Yeah, I'll show the question, Preetham. You're saying G should not be immediate right of C. We need to give one more blank between G and C. No, you cannot give one more blank between G and C here, Bharadwaj, because the earlier condition was number of persons sitting between C and E should be equal to number of persons on the left side of C. Now, number of persons sitting between C and E were only two people here. There were only two people. So to the left side of C also, I can give only two positions. So G will come in the immediate position of C. You cannot avoid that. Yeah. Okay. Right. So now let's go into the questions. Yeah, we get this final arrangement. Okay, now how many persons are sitting in the row? It is a direct question. See, once you get the arrangement, questions can be answered without any trouble. So we know the answer is 19. So please feel free to answer in the chat. Okay, so you have the arrangement with you. I have shared the arrangement here also in along with every question. We have shared the arrangement. So please do answer. Then how many persons sit between G and E? Yeah, tell me how many persons between G and E? Correct. That is right. 3. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Correct. It is the third option. Very good. Right. Then next, what is the position of H? He wants to know the position of H. So from the other person, you check with respect to E. So position of H with respect to E. Okay, option 1, fifth to the left. That is very good. With respect to E, I have to move on the left side of E. And the position you count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. It will be fifth to the left. Lavanya, it is not fourth ma, it is fifth to the left. Because you have 4 persons. After 4 persons, you have H as the fifth person. So it is fifth to the left. Okay, good. Choice 1, correct. Then if the positions of G and D are exchanged, okay, so in place of G you get D and in place of D you get G, how many persons sit between G and A is the question. So check how many are there between G and A. Correct. Yes, correct. Option 4, you have 4 people, B, and then there are 3 blanks between G and A, so there are 4. Don't ignore the blanks here. Niveda, please don't say one ma here. Don't ignore the blanks, okay? Because there are empty positions, that doesn't mean it is vacant ma. Vacant is different, empty is different, because we don't have the complete persons information in this arrangement. So there are empty positions, but there are persons there. Please don't assume it as vacant positions. Okay. Yeah. So that's, so be very careful there. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Then next, who among the following persons are sitting at the extreme of the row? Extreme means at the end of the row. Yes. F is not there, so it has to be H. That is correct. F is not among the options. H is our answer. Okay, good. That is correct. Okay. Right. So then next, we have 8 persons sitting around a circular table. So whenever he is giving you a circular arrangement, always look at the number of persons. Because if you have an even number, then we will get the positions as opposites. If you are not having an even number, then the positions are not going to be opposites. That is the basic difference you need to consider. Okay. And he also says 5 persons are facing the center and the others are facing away from the center, not necessarily in the same order. Okay. So we will take the circle. 8 is an even number, so I will definitely have opposite positions. And there are 5 facing the center, 5 facing away from the center. No, sorry, 3 facing away from the center. There are 8 people. Great. Now the following information is known about them. Now first one, C is third to the left of S. Who? Okay, so we know who means it is always the person just before. That is S is facing the center. So you can put S in any one position and S is facing the center. And for facing the center, we know clockwise direction is identified as the left. Anti-clockwise direction is identified as the right. And we know C is third to the left of S. Okay, so left side, first, second, and C will be put in the third position. Okay. Then 2 persons sit between S and D. Okay. Now 2 persons are already there between C and S. Now 2 persons are there between S and D. So D will be on the right side of S, leaving a gap of 2 persons. Then B and A sit opposite each other. Now the only opposite available is this opposite, B or A or B. That is the only opposite available. So B and A have to be in these 2 positions. In which order? We need to confirm that. Then P, who again means it is P, faces away from the center, sits second to the left of B. Now here I do not know the direction of B. So I can't place P right now. I know P is away. Okay. And P is second to the left of B. So we will fix that. We'll come back to that and we will fix that. Second left of B. Then Q sits third to the right of A. Who? So we know who means it is the person just before it. It does not sit adjacent to D. So A cannot be adjacent to D. Now I get the position of B and then I can have the position of A. Now once I have the position of D, look at the earlier condition, left of B. Forget about the left part. Look at the position. I need a second position. you check on which side second position is available. On one side, in the clockwise direction, second position, you already have S. So I have to take second position on the other side. So P is going to be in between C and D, and the direction is away from the center. Now I want the anti-clockwise direction as the left side of B. So then obviously the direction of B has to be away from the center. So when you have a multi-direction question given, always focus on the position first. Fix the position. Automatically the clockwise or the anti-clockwise can be given basing on the direction, that is left or right according to the condition. Okay. Now again, the earlier line, the next condition was Q sits third to the right of A. Okay. Now we have Q third right of A. Now again, don't worry about the left or right. Look at the position. So Q should be in the third position from A. So when you look at third position in the clockwise direction, you already have D. So I have to take in the anti-clockwise direction, then put Q in between S and B. Now, again, this anti-clockwise direction should be the right side of A. So A has to face the center. Then only it will become the right side of A. Understanding the point here? That is how you always look into it. When multi-direction questions are given, focus on the position first. Then once you fix the position, you can get the direction. Okay, Prasanna has given the arrangement. Okay, thank you, Prasanna. We will confirm it in a moment. And then the remaining person you have is R. Now, with regards to the direction, one last line was Q and A face different directions. So A is facing the center, so Q is away from the center. Now we know in the beginning that there were 5 persons facing the center, others facing away. Means 3 people should be away. Now P, B and Q, these are the 3 people who already are facing away from the center. That means the remaining persons will face the center. So that way we get our final arrangement. Okay. So from the right side of A, Prasanna says ARS QB DPC. That is very good. That is correct, Prasanna. You got the right arrangement. Very good. Excellent. So again, by the time you come to the last condition, your arrangement should be ready. So learn to perform it like that. Go through the data only once. You have to go through the information only once and then fix them. Okay. Lavanya, I may not be the right person to speak about that. Please do contact your nearest time center and they will provide you with the necessary information. Okay. Okay, so now based on this, let's have a look into the questions that we have. Yeah, this will be our final arrangement. See, especially when you have a circular arrangement, don't worry about which is the position I have to start with. You can start with any one of the 8 positions. That is the beauty of a circular arrangement because there are no ends here. You can start with any one position. Ultimately, once you satisfy all the conditions, rest assured you will have the right arrangement. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now coming to the questions. What is the position of R? So from D, I have to check. So please check and see what is the position of R I will get here from D's position. Right. Option 3. Yes, that is correct. Excellent. R is facing D. Very good. Because they both are facing the center. So you can say they are facing D. Correct. So always remember faces should satisfy two things. One, opposite positions, and second, facing center. These two compulsorily should satisfy. Then only I can say faces. You cannot say C and Q faces each other or A and B faces each other. No, you cannot say like that. You can only say that A and B are opposite to each other. C and Q are opposite to each other. P and S are opposite to each other. But R and D, you can say faces. Excellent. That is correct. Okay. Then how many persons sit between Q and P when counted to the right of P? Yeah. Tell me. Between Q and P, when you count to the right side of P. Option 2. Yes. Very good. Correct. P is facing the center. Sorry. P is facing away from the center. Right means clockwise direction. Yes. D and B are the two persons. So choice 2 is our answer. Correct. Excellent. All of you are right. Keep it up. Good work. Then 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one that doesn't belong to that group. So we have a odd man out question. We have an odd man out question. Okay. B, option 4. Okay. So R, A, D, B, C. So R, A, D, B, and C. Yes, it is going to be B, option 4. It cannot be A, Lavanya. It has to be B because the remaining persons are facing the center. Okay. And B is facing away from the center. Yeah. All right. Then who among the following persons is immediate neighbor of A? So these are the two people who are immediate neighbors of A. Correct. R is not there. So it has to be fifth option. That is correct. C. Very good. Right. And then which of the following statements is false? He says. Yeah, go through the options and see which of them is false. Okay. Option 1 that says D is facing away from the center. Correct. That is the one. D is facing away from the center. Yes, that is false because D is facing the center. Option 1 is correct. See, sometimes in the fifth option, he may give you more than one of the above. Then please don't stop at first option and give first option as the answer. You need to go through the remaining and then you may get more than one of the above also. Okay. But in this case, yeah, you can avoid the options. I'm sure most of you know whatever I'm speaking, but just I'm reiterating those points, okay, so that it becomes as a habit. Yeah. Right. So these were the questions you had in this. Now coming to the next. Now this is a box arrangement. 7 boxes are placed one above the other, not necessarily in the same order. Okay. So box arrangement is very similar to floor arrangement. There we fix the floor numbers. Here we fix the box numbers. One above the other, he says. So first box will always be at the bottom. And then we place them one above the other. And then we have to fix these 7 boxes, A to G. Right. So now let's go through the data and try and fix the boxes. Only one box is placed below A. So tell me which position you will have A. Only one box is placed below A. Correct. Very good. Second position. That is correct, Prasanna. Yes. So A will be put in the second position. Only one box below A. Yes, that is correct, Rashmi. It is second position. Yes. Okay. Then 2 boxes are placed between B and D. B is placed immediately below E. So we have 2 boxes between B and D. So this is how you have to understand that, because I don't know B is above D or below D. And we definitely know B is immediately below E. Okay. Then I can definitely rule out B in the first position, because I need E immediately above, and I can definitely rule out B in the 7th position also. I need E immediately above. So B is placed immediately below E. Then the number of boxes placed above C is same as number of boxes placed below D. Okay. So number above C is same as number below D. Okay. So I need to fix D, then I will be able to do that. So let's start by fixing where all I can have D basically. Now I can rule out B and D in the 5th position, because leaving 2 boxes, A is already there in the 2nd position. So it is not possible. So first, let me fix a D in the 7th position, leaving 2 boxes. I can have B in the 4th, then E can be in the 5th. Okay. Then I can have D in the 6th position. Okay. But the point is, I also have to satisfy this number above C is same as number below D. So I can have C in the 1st position. Now, if I have D in the 6th position, then I need to have C in the 2nd position, because the number has to be the same. Okay. So how do you, okay. So before I continue, how are you going to recognize this condition? See, the number of boxes above C is same as number of boxes below D. How do you understand this condition? So both the boxes should be in the same position from opposite ends. That is how you always have to understand this condition. Both C and D should be placed in the same positions, but from opposite ends. That is how you always interpret it. Now, since if I place D in the 6th position, I cannot have, C in the 2nd position. So that is why D cannot be available. Okay, Preetham has already given the arrangement. Thank you, Preetham. We'll look it up. We'll see how that goes. Okay, then where else I can place? Now, can I place B in the 6th position? Yes, instead of D, you can place B. That is not a problem. So then I can have E here. A anyways is fixed here. 2 boxes. I can have D, which is 3rd from the bottom. So I can place C, 3rd from the top. Okay, so this is one. Now, where else I can place? Now, I cannot place B, I cannot place a D in the 4th position. Why? Because C also will be placed in the 4th position, because 4th box is the same box that you have. Okay, 4th box is the same box that you have from both the positions. Okay, Prasanna also has given the arrangement. We'll look it up. And my humble request, kindly everyone, please be on mute unless you want to ask anything. Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, so then where else I can place B? Okay, see, I can now place B in the same 4th position. Okay, but this time I can place a D at the bottom, so that I can place C at the top. And then you can have E here. So these are the positions you can have B and C. So start eliminating the possibilities. So this elimination will help you analyze the positions quickly in the exam. So you need to get into the habit of doing that. Okay, I'm sure most of you are doing it, but I'm just reiterating it. Okay, getting to the habit of elimination always helps. Okay, further down, what do we have? Box G is placed neither immediately above nor immediately below either B or E. G is placed above F. Okay, so we have G. G has to be placed above F. Now, those are the only 2 remaining boxes. So G above F. Now here, unfortunately, the condition is not satisfying because G is neither immediately above nor immediately below either B or E. That was the condition. So here also G above F. Okay. Is not going to be possible because again G and E are not available. But in this middle case, I can have G above F. G is neither adjacent to B or E. So this is what we are going to get as the arrangement. Okay, so yeah, we get E, B, C, G, D, A, F. That is correct, Prasanna and Pritam. Okay. E, B, C, G, D, A, F. Yes. Gokul, you also got the same. That is correct. Suyo, you got slightly different. You got CGE, BFAD. Yeah, but the point here is G and E cannot be adjacent, Suyog. Do you see? You have a condition very clearly given here that G is placed neither immediately above nor immediately below either B or E. So that condition fails when you put G and E adjacent to each other, Suyog. I hope it is understood. That is not the arrangement we should have. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's good. That is correct. So again, by the time you come to the last line, your arrangement will be ready like this. Okay. So now based on this, let's go and have a look into some questions that we have. Yeah, this is our final arrangement. Okay. Now, how many boxes are placed above F? Yeah. Tell me how many are placed above F? Correct. Correct. 6. Option 1. That is correct. Yeah. F is the bottommost box. So you will get first option. Yes. Okay. That is good. Okay. Then next one. How many boxes are placed between B and A? So between B and A, he's asking. Between B and A, yes, there are 3 boxes that you have. Option 2 would be the answer. Yes, 3 boxes. That is correct. Okay. Then which box is immediately below G? I need immediately below G. Correct. Immediately below G is option 5. Very good. It is D. That is correct. Good. Very good. All of you are right. Excellent. Then which box is placed at the top? Yeah, that is correct. It is going to be E. Third option. Yeah. Placed at the top is third option. E. Okay. That is correct. And yeah, which of the following is true regarding box B? Yeah, please check that. Which of them is true regarding box B? Okay. Option 2. Option 2 says B is placed immediately above C. Correct. B is placed immediately above C. So choice 2 works. Choice 2 is the right answer. Yes. Thank you. Correct. Okay, Lavanya, it is not option 1, ma. Please be careful. There are 3 boxes between B and A. Yeah. No, 3 boxes, but he says 2 boxes. No, Lavanya, in the option. In the option, he says 2 boxes. Correct? Yeah. Gokul, that you may have to check with. I have no information about that, Gokul. I'm sure you will have a session on quant as well. Whoever has unmuted the speaker, please mute them. Thank you. Gokul, I am not sure about it, but definitely you will have a session on quant, but that will definitely be again announced like the reasoning part. Okay, definitely you will have a quant session as well. Okay, so these are the questions you have in this set. The next one, yeah, 7 persons give a seminar on 7 different days of the week. Yeah, please do that, Gokul. Thank you. So he says 7 different days of the week starting from Monday to Sunday. Now we know that in the week you have only 7 days, and those 7 days are Monday to Sunday he has given. So when days are given, we fix the days first. So from Monday to Sunday we fix Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then you have the persons to be fixed based on the given information. Okay, so now let's see this. The following information is known about them. Only 2 persons give the seminar after N, he says. That is correct, Rashmi. Thank you. N has to be on a Friday. Only 2 persons after N. Correct. N will be given on a Friday. Thank you. Who? Again, see, who means N. Does not give the seminar before R. So not before R means it has to be after R. So N will be giving a seminar after R. Then K gives the seminar immediately after S. Okay, so immediately after S, K is going to give a seminar on. Okay. Then only 2 persons give the seminar between S and M. Who means the person just before M gives the seminar before N. Okay, so there are only 2 persons who give the seminar between S and M is also giving the seminar before N. Just like R, M is also giving a seminar before N. Okay, right. So now we have some, connecting persons here. So we can start fixing them. Okay, so I know that M has to be before N. So M can occupy only Monday to Thursday. So I can start fixing M on a Monday, then leaving 2 gap, you can have S on a Thursday. Okay, or you can also reverse it. You can have S on a Monday, M on a Thursday, and N. N is definitely fixed. So we cannot do anything about N. So N is definitely fixed. So I can also have M. Okay, but we also need to satisfy, I need K immediately after S. So S cannot be on a Sunday. That is for sure. So the first case now anyways is ruled out because I cannot fix a K. S cannot be on a Thursday also. That much is very clear. Now S can be on a Monday. You can have K here. Now you can have M here. M cannot be in the Tuesday point. That is not possible. Then you can have M on a Wednesday. So that leave a 2 gap, and then you can have S, and then K can be given on a Sunday. So these are the only 2 cases that are going to be available for us. Okay, I see some arrangements already given. Okay, good. We'll have a go at it in a moment. Then what else do we have? R has to also be before N. Okay, so the only position that I can have now is here. R is before N, but in the second case, there are 3 positions still available. R can be anywhere before. Okay, we'll check to that. And then we have what? At least 1 person gives a seminar between P and N. Okay, so between P and N, at least 1 person. Okay, so then P definitely has to occupy Sunday. Okay, and in the second case, okay, at least 1, so minimum 1 person. between P and N. We'll come back to that. And then P gives a seminar after M. Okay, so P has to give a seminar after M. But then unfortunately, the only position after M is a Thursday here, but then P and N are in adjacent positions. So this also is ruled out. This is not the case that I'm looking at. So now we have our final arrangement. So the only person remaining is J. So you fix J. So this is going to be our final arrangement. Okay, so I see we have SKR, MN, JP, correct? Pritham and Gokul, both of you are right. That is the arrangement you get. That is correct. Okay. So always learn to understand them using positions. When you understand them using positions, fixing the arrangement also becomes easy. Okay. Right. Now let's go to the questions. Yeah, this is our final arrangement, but it is given in a horizontal way. That's fine. So how many persons give the seminar between J and K? Yes, between J and K, how many do you see? Correct. It is option 1. Very good. Option 1. 3 people. R, M, and N are the 3 people between J and K. Okay. Now, who gives the seminar immediately after N? Yeah, immediately after N. Very good. Correct. That is on a Saturday. 5th option. Very good. It is J. That is correct. Okay. The next, on which day does R give the seminar? So R gives a seminar. Correct. It is option 3. Very good. Wednesday. Then who gives the seminar on a Sunday? Correct. It is again option 3. P. Very good. Yes. P gives the seminar on a Sunday. And then which of the following persons give the seminar before R? So before R, who are the people giving seminar? Before R. So R is on a Wednesday. So before R. Yeah. It is option 4. S and K. Correct. So K and S. That is why we usually avoid doing horizontal arrangement, because it becomes, okay, slightly confusing to understand. So always do them top down so that above, before can be easily understood. Okay, below, after can be easily understood. Okay, yeah, it is 4th option. So these are the questions you have in this set. Right. Now next we have is 8 persons, A to H, attend a seminar in a same year, but not necessarily in the same order. Seminar is held on every 10th and 15th of the months Jan, Feb, May, and June. Yeah, sure, Lavanya. I'll show you question number 20. Yeah. All right. Okay, welcome. Okay, moving back. Yes. So there are 2 dates given, 10th and 15th of the months, and the months are Jan, Feb, May, and June. Says no 2 persons can attend the seminar on the same day. Okay. So we have Jan, Feb, May, and June. So let's fix that. So we have January, we have 10th and 15th. Then we have February, 10th and 15th. Then we have May, 10th and 15th. And then we have June, 10th and 15th. So that's how you get 8 people, 4 months. Okay. Yeah. And the number of days, Jan has 31, Feb can have 28 or 29. Then May has 31, and June has 30. Okay. Now let's see this. How to fix that. Right. Now the following information is known about them. Condition 1, D attends the seminar after C and at least 4 people attend the seminar between them. Okay. So D is attending the seminar after C and minimum 4 people will be attending the seminar between them. Okay. Then A and B attend the seminar on 10th. Okay. So we have A and B, they attend on 10th. Okay. So could be any of the months. Now H and G attend the seminar in the months that have same number of days and on the same date, but neither of them attends the seminar in the same month as either A or B. Means now H and G will be given in the same date, but it cannot be in the month where you have A and B. Okay. See, it can be the same, date. It can be 10th. A and B can be 10th. H and G also can be 10th because there are 4 10ths you have. H and G can be 15th also. But more important instruction is this one. In the months that have the same number of days. So H and G should be given in the month that have the same number of days. Now the same number of days month, these are the only 2 same number of days month that you have, Jan and May. So straight away, we can fix H and G. Okay, but then is H before G or G before H? We need to check that first. Further, what do we have? Yes, look at the condition next. F attends the seminar before G and. So and means it refers to the first person, that is F. So F has to be after A. F is before G, all right. So F comes before G, but at the same time, F comes after A. Now this tells you that G cannot be above H. Because Jan and May are the months that I know that H and G are going to be given. Now G can never be 10th January or 15th January because there are 2 different people above G. So that means H is now can be given as 10th January. Okay. And G will be 10th May. Or you can have H as 15th January and G will be 15th May. Okay. And now I will be able to fix C and D also because the D comes after C and minimum 4 people. So that means now I can have C on Jan 15th. Okay. So I can have C on Jan 15th. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have D on June 10th or June 15th. Okay. Now you cannot have C on Feb 10th. You may say, sir, I can have C on Feb 10th so that I can have D on June 15th. No, you cannot have because we know the 10th now for the other 2 months. Because now I know H and G cannot be given in the same months as A and B. So A and B has to be given as 10th. So that 10th now is reserved as February and June. So February and June is where you are now going to give A and B. Okay, and I know A has to come first because of the condition A, then after AF, and then after FG. So A will be given in Feb 10th, B will be given in June 10th. Now here also A will be given in Feb 10th, B will be given in June 10th. And now we know F has to be between A and G. So in the first case, only 1 position is there. So F will be given there. And in the second case, there are 2 positions. Now I can fix a C. Now C has to be fixed Jan 10th only because I need minimum 4 people. You cannot have Feb 15th because if I give Feb 15th, then 1, 2, 3, 4 positions are only there below C. Then I will not be able to fix D. So you cannot have C from here onwards. So C will be Jan 10th and then leaving 4 gap, you already have G and then B. So D will be fixed in the last. See, he said minimum 4. You can have more also. That's the understanding. Okay, so keep asking yourself the question. So when you have a condition in front of you, ask yourself the question where I can fix C. What is the problem if I fix C in February? ask yourself these questions so that will become a habit and you can immediately start understanding the interpretation. Okay, right. Then what else do we have? Yes, the last condition, condition 5, number of persons attending the seminar between F and E is same as the number of persons attending the seminar between C and H. So between F and E should be same as between C and H. Now here, unfortunately, between C and H, there are 0 people. But between F and E, you will get minimum 1 person because adjacent positions to F, you cannot have E. So that is why the first arrangement is not going to be our answer anymore. Now here between C and H, you have 0 persons. Now the remaining 2 people are F and E. So you can have F or E in Feb 15th, E or F in May 10th. I will not be able to fix E and F's position. Okay, Gokul, you have got the arrangement correct, but you cannot fix F and E, I'm afraid, because I don't know. Because in both the positions, F is in between A and G. Okay, so it could be F or E, E or F. Apart from that, you have got the right arrangement. Good. So do not assume anything. Okay, just because here he has given between F and E in the condition, that doesn't mean F should come first and then only E should come. No, that is not how it works. Okay, please refrain yourselves from assuming in that way. Right. So that will be our final arrangement we have. Okay. All right. Then moving to the questions now. Yeah, this is our final arrangement. Okay. Now, who attends the seminar on 10th of February? Okay, check and see on 10th of February. Correct. On 10th of February, we have option 1. That is correct. Yes, option 1, A. Okay, the next, who attends the seminar exactly between H and G? He says exactly between. Check. Between H and G, exactly between, who is there? Yes, yes. Very good. Correct. It should be option 5, cannot be determined because the person is E or F. I don't know. That is correct. Okay. Next, when does a C attend the seminar is the question. So when does a C attend the seminar? Right. Correct. You will get option 1, 10th of January is the answer. Yes. Okay. That is the answer we have. Correct. It is 10th of January. Okay. Next, how many persons attend the seminar between E and F? Yes. Between E and F. Correct. Now here you don't need to know about the positions of E or F. Correct. It will always be 0 or no one between E and F. Correct. Okay. Good. And then who attends the seminar immediately after G? Immediately after G. Correct. It is B. Immediately after G. Choice 2 is the answer. Very good. It is choice 2. Okay. Good job, everyone. So these are the questions you have in this set. Now, next one. Each of 9 people, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K, studied in 3 cities, Chennai, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. At least 2 and at most 4 persons study in a city. The following information is known. So it's a distribution model, unequal distribution. You have 9 persons and only 3 cities. Okay. So we have Chennai, we have Hyderabad, and then we have Bangalore. Okay. So I need to know how many are in which city. Okay, but we clearly know that it is minimum 2 per city and maximum 4 per city. That's the limit we have. Okay. Now the following information is known. Let's see. C studies in Hyderabad. So that's a direct condition. Okay, we fix that. E studied in neither Hyderabad nor Bangalore. Okay, so E is not in Hyderabad, not in Bangalore. So the only other city is Chennai. You fix C there, E there. Then F and I studied in the same city, but not Chennai. So we have F and I in the same city. Okay, but definitely not Chennai. Okay, we'll come back to that. Then next he said I and C studied in different cities. So I and C should be in different cities. Then definitely you cannot have I and F in Hyderabad also. So F and I now can be fixed in Bangalore only. Elimination. Because C is already in Hyderabad. Then J studied in either Chennai or Hyderabad. So I can definitely remove J from Bangalore. So we have J is from either Chennai or Hyderabad. Okay, we'll come to that. Then J and G studied in different cities. Okay, so we have J and G, different cities. We'll come to that. Then H studied with J, but not in Hyderabad. So J is also ruled out in Hyderabad, but H has studied with J. So if H is not Hyderabad, sorry, if J is not Hyderabad, then J has to be Chennai. So H studied with J. So we get EJ and H in Chennai. Okay, that is fine. Now G is ruled out in Chennai because J and G studied in different cities. So then it could be Hyderabad or Bangalore also for G. Now see, the next line, G did not study in Bangalore. So G is ruled out in Bangalore. So G will be in Hyderabad. That's the only city available for G now. And then we have D and K studied in the same city, but not in Hyderabad. So D and K are studying in the same city, but they are not in Hyderabad. And we can definitely rule out D and K in Chennai. Why? Because then you will have 5 people from Chennai. Not possible. Maximum I can have 4. So then D and K will be from Bangalore. So we got our 9 persons, 3 cities, minimum 2, maximum 4 as the arrangement. Yes, Prasanna, that is correct. You have the right arrangement. Good. So it does not matter what is the type of arrangement you are doing. The common thing is elimination. Understand the concept of elimination. That will give you your arrangement, irrespective of what arrangement you are doing. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we get. Okay. Right. So now going through the questions. Who studied in Hyderabad? Check and see among the options. Who is from Hyderabad? Correct. G, option 2. That is correct. Okay. Then which of the following combinations of persons studied in Chennai? Okay. Chennai, we have E, H, and J. Option 4. Okay. Niveda, there are many models, ma. We will try to cover as many as we can. The remaining, I will show you the question as well as the final arrangement. You can try it. Okay. Because we have time till 8 o'clock. So I will try to cover as many as we can. Okay. Yeah. So it is E, H, and J. Option 4 works. That is correct. Hyderabad, Chennai combination. Okay. Right. Now, in a certain way, E is related to J. In the same way, G is related to C. Following the same, who is related to I? Is the question. Yeah. See, which option do we get? Okay, Suyog says it is third option. All right. Third option, third option. Okay, D. May I know what is the relation that you see here? It is D, obviously. Third option. You are right. Correct. Correct. Yes. Correct. Same city. Very good. The relation is same city. Okay, good. That is correct. Okay. Then next one. Yeah, 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one which doesn't belong to that group. Yeah. Check. Who doesn't belong in this group? Option 5. Yes. Because the remaining people belong to the same city. Yes. Very good. Excellent. H is our answer. And next, which city did D study? Yes. It is third option. Bangalore. Correct. D. D studied in Bangalore. Third option. Correct. Choice 3 works. Okay. Good. Good. Right. So these are the questions you have in this set. Moving on. 5 persons, I, J, K, L, and M, took classes one after the other, not necessarily in the same order. Each person teaches a different subject among physics, chemistry, commerce, economics, and statistics, not necessarily in the same order. This is an equal distribution question, but we cannot fix the persons. We can only fix the positions, one after the other, he said. So I don't know who is giving first the lecture and what is the order of the person. So we can only give the numbers. So the persons and the subjects have to be based on the conditions now. Okay. Now, the following information is known about them. Only one person took the class before K. That should fix the position of K. K will be the second person to give the lecture. Only one person before K. And then he says neither K nor J teaches either commerce, economics or statistics. Okay, K is not economics nor statistics. Similarly, J also. Similarly, J also is neither economics nor statistics. Okay. Then the number of people who took the class before the person who teaches statistics is same as the number of people who took the class after the person who teaches chemistry. So again, statistics and chemistry should be in a position which are same, but from opposite ends. Okay, now since statistics cannot be given second from the top, you can remove chemistry second from the bottom. And you can remove statistics and chemistry in the third position because it is the same position from both top and bottom. Okay, so now you can have statistics in the first position, chemistry in the fifth position, or you can have chemistry in the second position, statistics in the fourth position. So these are the two possibilities we get. We'll see which one to be considered. Okay, then J took the class after M. Who means M took the class after I. Okay, so first I, then M, then J. And then he says neither I nor the person who teaches commerce is the first person to take the class. So neither I nor commerce is the first person to take the class. Then definitely I has to be given in the third position. Then only M and J can be fixed. And now we know J also cannot be economics, cannot be statistics. Now that gives me only one possibility. That is, you are going to have statistics in the first position and chemistry in the last position. So go through data that will help you eliminate necessary information so that you can get your arrangement. And the remaining person you have is L. Okay, then we have the last line, either L or M teaches commerce. Now L is definitely statistics. So I definitely have to give M as commerce. Then we know economics cannot be given for K. So E is going to be economics. And the remaining we have is physics. And that way we get our final arrangement. Okay. So by the time you come to the last line, your arrangement will be ready. Yeah. Okay. That is right, Pritham. We have the same arrangement. Okay. Good. Okay. So now let's go through the questions. Now, this is our final arrangement we have. Okay. Now, which subject does K teach? Yeah. See, what do we have? K teaches. Right. That is correct. Option 2, physics is our answer. Okay. Then next, how many people took the class after L took the class? So how many are after L? Correct. L is the first person to take the class. So there are 4 people after. Very good. Yes. Then, which of the following is true? He says. So check and see which is true. Okay. All right. That is correct. Option 4 is right. Correct. L is the first person to take the class. Correct. Option 4 works. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Next, 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one that doesn't belong to that group. So it's again an odd man out question. So go through that and see what do we get. What do we have here? Okay, we have a person and a subject given. So L and physics, the relation is subject is immediately after person. K and economics, again the same. Subject is immediately after person. M and chemistry, that is also subject is immediately after person. I and commerce, that is also subject is immediately after person. J and statistics. Yes. Now the subject is before the person. So option 5 is the right answer. Yes, option 5 would be the answer. Yeah. So I hope it is understood there. Okay. So in all the first 4 options, the person is before the subject. Here the person is after subject. Yeah. Option 5. Okay. And then who took commerce class? Who took commerce? Very good. Very good. Correct. It is the third option. M is the answer. Excellent. That is the right one. Okay. Good. Right. So these were the questions you had in this set. Okay, next. Now interesting. We have come to the floor arrangement. 6 people live on a 3-storied building. Each floor consists of 2 flats, flat 1 and flat 2. Ground floor is considered first floor. Immediately above the ground floor is considered second floor, and so on. On any floor, flat 1 is to the west of flat 2. And it says flat 1 of floor 2 is immediately above flat 1 of floor 1, and so on. And he also says each person likes a different magazine among. Okay, we need to distribute magazine as well. And then he says the following information is known. All right. So these are the conditions. We'll come to that in a bit. So we have the floor and the flat. So we have flat 1 and flat 2. And we have floor 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Right. So now let's see this. Condition 1 says P lives on an even numbered floor. We know only even number we have is the second floor, and means it is again the first person. P lives in the flat which is to the east of the flat in which the person who likes a digit lives. So east of the flat means right side. So you have a digit. East is always on the right side. You then need to have P here. So that means it is obvious digit is in flat 1. P will be in flat 2 of floor 2. That's the understanding. So yeah, so we have digit and P fixed like this in floor 2. Then the number of floors above the floor on which T lives is same as the number of floors below the floor on which S lives. T and S live in different numbered flats. Okay. Now, obviously, T and S cannot be given in the second floor. If suppose both the flats of second floor were empty, then I would agree you can have T and S on the second floor also. But since P is already occupying one of the flats in the second floor, T and S cannot occupy the second floor. So it has to be 1 and 3 in any order. So straight away, we may get another case. So let me take another arrangement as well with regards to the data. Okay, so we have digit and then we have P. Okay, so now T and S, definitely he says different numbered flats and the number of floors above T is same as below S. Okay, above T is same as below S. So it could be flat 1 floor 3 and flat 2 floor 1 in any order, or flat 2 floor 3, flat 1 floor 1, any order. Okay, that is the one. Okay, then the person who likes the week lives in a flat which is immediately below the flat in which the person who likes the society. So see what is he saying? Flat. When he says a flat, see, whenever you have multiple flats, please always understand that when he says immediately below flat, suppose if I say I live immediately below the flat in which you live, it has to be the same flat number and immediate floors, obviously. Now here we will consider it as same flat number. So we have the week is immediately below society. So it has to be the same flat number. It could be flat 1 or flat 2 for both. But then the immediate next condition says neither S nor T likes either the week or the society. Okay. But first let us fix where do I get this society and week to be given. And I obviously know flat 1 cannot happen because the digit is already fixed in flat 1 floor 2. So it has to be flat 2 only. So this is where in reality we get two cases. I can have society in flat 2 floor 3 and the week in flat 2 floor 2, or I can have society in flat 2 floor 2 and the week in flat 2 floor 1. And now it is very clear that neither T nor S are to be given for the week or society. Okay, but still there is a chance. Now I know that you cannot have T or S in flat 1 floor 1 because flat 2 floor 3 cannot have T and S. Flat 1 floor 1 cannot have T and S because T and S are different flats and the number above T is same as number below S. Likewise, flat 1 floor 3 cannot have T and S because flat 2 floor 1 cannot have T and S in the second arrangement. I hope this is okay. Understanding, you are able to understand this. Now, what are the possibilities? See, you can have T or S here. You can have S or T here. Similarly, T or S here, S or T here. That is what we get. Okay. Then further, what do we have? R likes Forbes India. Okay. So we have R who has Forbes India. Okay, we'll come to that. Now, Q lives below the floor of U. Who means U lives below the floor in which the person who likes Reader's Digest. Okay, so Q is below U and U is below Reader's Digest. Okay, so in the first case, I can have U as a digit. Q will be given here because in the first floor, the other person is S or T. And then you can have a Reader's Digest here. And the last line said T does not like Reader's Digest. So if T does not like Reader's Digest, you put S as Reader's Digest, and then T will be put here. But then unfortunately, we also need to fix what R likes Forbes India. That unfortunately, I will not be able to fix in the first case. Correct? Because the only position where you can have R is now society, which is not correct. So now coming to the second case, we know Reader's Digest should be in the third floor because Q has to be in the first floor and U has to be in the second floor because of the condition Q is below U and U is below Reader's Digest. And we know Reader's Digest. Okay. So now we have to give R and Forbes India first. So that will now be available in the first floor, sorry, first flat third floor. Then we have Reader's Digest here. So that cannot be T. So it has to be S. So T will be given here. And then the only other magazine available is Open. So that will be given for T. That way we have our final arrangement. Okay. Right. So now let's go through the questions that we have. Yeah, this is the final arrangement we get. Now, who lives in flat 1 of floor 1? Yes. Tell me. Flat 1, floor 1. Who is there? Correct. It is the third option. The person who likes open because the T is not given. So it is choice 3. Okay. Then in which flat and on which floor does S live? Which flat and which floor is S? Right. Option 2. That is correct. Flat 2 of floor 3. Yes, option 2. Very good. That is correct. Okay. Next. 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and hence form a group. Find the one that doesn't belong to that group. So yeah, check and see. What do you get? Option 4. May I know why? Why do you say it is option 4? Why do you think it is option 4? It's yeah. It's actually not about the flat, it is about the floor. Okay. Because if you look at flat, then Forbes India and Open, they are both flat 1 and the remaining 3 are in flat 2. So it's not about the flat. Yes, it is about the floor. Yes, that is correct. Shivakumar, it is the floor. Because except for society, remaining all are on odd numbered floors. Okay, that is correct. Society is our odd man out. Okay, remaining are odd floors. We get. Okay, good. The next, which magazine does you like? So you is which magazine we have? Correct. Option 5. That is right. Very good. Digit. Yes. And then which of the following is definitely false? Is the question. Definitely false. Check which is definitely false. Okay, third option. Q lives in a flat which is east of the flat in which U lives. Correct. Correct. Option 3 is definitely false because Q lives in a flat which is east of the flat of T lives, not U. So third is definitely false. Correct. Okay, so these are the questions you have for this set, and the time is also up. Okay, so there are a couple of more sets which I would want you to try, but I'll show you the question. Please have a screenshot of the question and I'll show you the final arrangement also. Please try them. Okay, and the answers, you can get it. That is not a problem. Okay. Yeah, so this is the next one. Consider this as your practice. We have 7 persons in 7 different months of a year. So just like we had 7 different days in a week, you have 7 different months of a year. So fix the months. Then based on the information given, you can fix the arrangement. Okay, so please do have a screenshot of this question. Okay. Yeah, and this is the final arrangement you have. Okay. And the questions, I will leave it to you, but I'll show you the questions also. You can take a screenshot. You can answer it. I'm sure you will get it. Yeah, so this is 41. 42. 43. 44. And 45. Okay. Right. The next, yes, we have 8 persons sit around a square table. Among them, 4 sit in the sides facing center. Remaining 4 sit in the corners facing away. Okay. So take this also as practice. Have a screenshot of the question. Sorry, the information. Yeah, video will be available, Ma, but I don't know when it will be available. So that's why if you want to try before, that's why I'm giving you these. Okay. You can try it before the video is uploaded. It will be uploaded in a day or 2. But you can try it before it and verify it. Okay. And yeah, this is your final seating arrangement that you get. And the questions, question number 46. 47. 48. 49. And 50. Okay. And one last set. This also is an important model. Sure. Bharadwaj, I'll show you the final arrangement of the seminar. Okay. By seminar, you mean this one? This was the seminar that you had? Okay. Okay, you want the answer to this question. Who gives the seminar immediately after J? Yeah, you have it, no? Immediately after J, who gives the seminar, it is K. Fourth option you'll get. Okay. Right. So this one is also an important question. You had 8 persons and their designations. I'm sure you have come across this model, but here the note is important because he says the positions have been given in the decreasing order of their hierarchy. In that order, chairman is the senior most, TA, that is trainee associate, is the junior most. So fix the designations first from chairman to trainee associate. Then based on the information, you can fix the persons. Okay. Yeah. So please do try this as well. This is a regularly occurring model. Okay. And yeah, this is the final arrangement you get. Okay. Now the question number 51. Then 52. And 53. And 54. And 55. Okay. So yeah. So all the models are covered. Okay. So thank you for attending this session. So for any more queries, please do visit our website that is there. Okay. And also you can write to us at info@timeforeducation.com. Okay. Thank you all. Have a great evening and goodbye. Okay. Preetham is saying question number 20. Seminar puzzle. Okay. Sure, Preetham. I'll show you question number 20. Yeah. Good night. Thank you. I'll definitely show you, Preetham. Just a minute. Question 20. Yeah, this was the question we had. You have a doubt in this, Preetham? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.